Greetings, fellow Begonids, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2. Well, we're currently trying to fabricate a claim because even though we're not an ambitious man, we're zealous, and we do believe that it is our divine right to own some of these provinces as a count of West Francia. Formerly Middle Francia, but now West Francia. We are currently getting our asses kicked in an offensive war that we started against a holy war against Pomerania for the Duchy of Saxony, and apparently Pomerania is of the Slavic pagan faith, and he called in all the other Slavic rulers he possibly could, and we're just, our liege is just getting annihilated at the moment. I wouldn't be surprised if any, factions started popping up in the Kingdom of France, and our spy has discovered 50 economic points for us. We'll compensate him for a job well done, except that we apparently don't pay our council, because that's just the kind of people we are. Now our stewardship is getting better, and we're getting to the point where we could almost afford to build another building in one of our provinces, which is quite effective. Now, still no news. I still haven't heard from people whether or not they think ultimogeniture is a good or a bad idea, as opposed to an elective monarchy. We'll find out, from some of the more experienced CK2 players. I just like the idea that somebody from your line that you've spent time educating is going to succeed. Our Duke wants to point us to the position of commander once again. And something somebody mentioned a couple episodes ago is that the music volume is just a little bit too loud. So we're going to turn that down just a little bit right now, right here. Not wait an episode. Alright, the Pope has been succeeded by a new Pope who probably doesn't like us enough to give us money. No. The answer is no. Something somebody else mentioned is that if our court chaplain likes us enough, he will pay us instead of sending money to the Pope. Yeah, which currently he's not, because they pay taxes to the Pope. But if they liked us enough, they would actually pay us instead. So that's something to consider as well. Our son, Sans, is now a fortune builder, which means he has +6 to his stewardship. And apparently his base stewardship is only 2. It's not factoring in the fortune builder stat yet. Okay, there we go. So he's got 11 stewardship. He's okay. He's not incredible, but he is okay. We're going to almost immediately find him a wife. See, this woman's, why are we seeing Avarians on this list? My goodness. Alright, we're going to sort by stewardship. Women with great stewardship are great because, they have, stewardship, I think, I read it actually adds to fertility. Though it may just be that, like, the Midas Touched and Fortune Builder, stats just, build up that kind of thing. Unfortunately, this woman, while she is Midas Touched and a genius, she's disfigured, which means that marrying her is going to be a bad idea, just because of that attraction opinion. This woman's got the Lover's Pox, which makes her less than ideal. This woman here, Fosca, is Midas Touched. However, she has 0 diplomacy, which is bad. She is a zealous she's cruel. She's a cruel Catholic. That would make her probably a less than ideal wife as well. We ideally would like to marry our son to somebody he would actually, like. Alright, well, I don't see any good options for stewardship, so let's check out diplomacy instead. Alright, this woman is unfortunately a homosexual, for the sake of expanding the dynasty. She's gregarious, she's slothful, unfortunately. Charitable, gluttonous is also pretty bad. Some of these would actually result in non-aggression pacts with people, which is interesting. This one would result in the, with a baron. And those could actually result in some pretty useful alliances, I would say, overall, depending on the size of the barony itself, of course. See, this woman here is a Grey Eminent. Let's see, was this the one we were just looking at? No, this one's cruel. She's temperate, which is nice. She's cynical, gregarious, greedy. I think she would be someone our son would like, though she is the age of 23. She's a little bit old. Our son, however, is just brave, patient, humble, and envious. Ooh. That's kind of bad, considering his intrigue. We should probably seek to improve relations with him. Probably just send him a gift of gold so that he doesn't, you know, murder us in our sleep. As you might imagine, that would be pretty terrible. Do we have any... Let's check real quick for traits. Like attractive. We have some attractive babies. This courtier... This would give us a non-aggression pact with the Duke of Burgundy. She's attractive, humble, greedy, just, and she has a decent stewardship score. She could end up being someone good. Hilde Sendis, I think her name is. Let's get a betrothal, and she will accept. So absolutely, we'll go for it. So they'll get married when the time comes. We'll send a gift to our son, just because his intrigue is higher than ours, because our intrigue is 0. Granted, our state intrigue is pretty good at 28, but at the same time, you know, why risk it? Our wife is thoroughly in love with us, which is nothing but good news. Now, when's our son Bego going to become of age? We've been grooming him to be a kind of a diplomat. Looks like he'll be of age within 3 years, I think. I don't. My mind just kind of slipped there. In 2 years, actually. So, we do have some Viking raiders here in France. You know, very unfortunate for those being affected. All right, our daughter Argilo. I'm not pronouncing these at all. Like, you know, near correct to what they should be. Our daughter, actually, our nun daughter, would be good at teaching Argilo. Although maybe because she believes she's possessed, something bad might happen as a result. Our daughter's actually pretty good at intrigue and learning, which is interesting. Now, how's our heir doing? He's pretty good. He's got a base 4 diplomacy. He's being taught by our daughter. Uh-oh, we have diarrhea. Well then. The -1 health is pretty bad, as well as obviously the minus to fertility. Alright, we have cancer. We have contracted cancer at the age of 47. I mean, we're not particularly young, so I'm not, like, super upset about this. Let's attempt to recruit a court physician in the event that this will save our life. I'm not particularly confident that it will. Bego's led a pretty uninspiring life, but he has managed to take another county. Alright, this man is a heretical sorcerer. He's a mystic, he's cynical, paranoid, and patient. It is most unorthodox, but he doesn't cost any gold, so yeah, let's go ahead and hire him. Alright, let's seek treatment for our cancer. Let's go for a mystical treatment. He's a sorcerer. Let's see if he can do anything for us. Alright, this is interesting. Mare, his name is, gave you a pouch of herbs and sent you on a journey to find your spirit guide. You wandered the wilderness for days, eating only roots from the pouch, sleeping under the stars. Finally, you felt a presence and you saw a great horned beast. Afterwards, you wondered, are you the beast? I feel different. Alright, so we've gotten -2 to all of our stats for 5 years. We're probably dead. Count Bego gains the trait Possessed, and 25% chance of becoming a lunatic. We're only possessed, and we died almost immediately after that. So, we have become our son. And we now have a 5-year period where we're not really doing anything. Now, we need to, so we've become Count Monio of Narbonne. Very well. Let's hire the same Chancellor. He likes us a lot, so I'm pretty happy about that. Continue to try to fabricate a claim. Our Marshal should be still this guy. We'll continue to have him raise troops. Steward, same guy. Still likes us. We'll have him collect taxes. And our Spy Master likes us. This is very important because there are some people in our court that want us dead. They want us very dead. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to scheme in Narbonne in hopes that we stop them from any potential murder plots. Now our brothers see us as a rival simply because, you know, we're the heir and they're not. This is unfortunate, as you might imagine. We're not currently betrothed to anyone, so we might want to get that squared away. See if there's anyone close to our age that we might want to marry. We'll search by I do feel like it's cheesy to like kind of search for traits specifically to like try to, you know, breed for, I guess. But you know, we may need to press the advantage. We do have a Lombard woman who is quick, charitable, proud, and kind. All of which are good traits. She's only a year younger than us, so I think a betrothal would be pretty good. It would also give us a non-aggression pact with this duchy here, so I think this is a good idea. We will actually get prestige for marrying the daughter of a duke, which is pretty good, I think. And unfortunately, until we marry, I don't think... actually, no, that does give us a non-aggression pact. We could actually ask for an alliance. He says no, because he doesn't like us very much. Okay, fair enough. Our chaplain is still attempting to improve religious relations with the Pope, who is not very fond of us. We're actually a weak person. This is unfortunate, because it's going to lower our martial score, our fertility, health, attraction, vassal opinion, etc. That being said, we are much better at stewardship than our father was, which is not really saying much, but at the same time, you know. I believe our mother is our guardian, our educator, which is useful because that means we're going to become a Grey Eminence, which means we'll be able to get better opinion with most of the people that we're talking to. Now, who is our current heir? It's actually our slightly older brother, who's currently 15, which is, you know, not necessarily a bad thing. Alright, we need a new court chaplain. This guy will actually do well, I think. Alright, he looks pretty similar to our chancellor, but he's not the same person. His name is Ferdinando. I don't know why we're getting these very... See, they could be French names, but they seem so Spanish to me as an English speaker. Alright, we could upgrade the castle town in our province. I think we're going to do that. You know, another 0.4... I mean, like, 0.4 becomes, like, 0.6 if we have a really good steward, because, you know... For example, our current steward is raising our local tax modifier by 40%. So, that's pretty useful. Our brother became a underhanded rogue. He's no longer our rival, I've noticed. Now, our oldest brother, pretty upset because he was kind of robbed of his title at a young age, which is unfortunate for him. As our heir, he doesn't seem to hate us that much, so let's go ahead and try to get him married, you know, making babies. See, this woman's a detached priest. She's charitable, temperate, humble, patient. She has a mismatch of a lot of like the virtues, which is really interesting, but not really any particularly useful traits there. Let's search by stewardship again. It is. I've read a lot of people like saying about like this song in particular. Like people get really like people thought like, oh my god, I'm going crazy, but it's actually just like the song in the in the game. See, this woman's zealous, so she likes other zealous people more. But our son is, let's see, he's not our son. Our older brother is a charitable, proud, kind, gluttonous, brave man. So actually, if we found a gluttonous woman, he would actually get along with her, which is interesting. So that's actually something we can think about as we look through this list here for people that we might want to get him married to. Not really a fan of the ambitious woman. Oh, this woman is ugly. By the way, one thing I love about the anime, I love this like these lips for like the ugly person appearance. I think that's absolutely hilarious. But I'll just leave that out there while I continue to look for you know, another heir, basically. This woman's a scholarly theologian, which lowers fertility. Obviously terrible. This woman is a Lombard. She's ambitious, proud, and kind. I don't know. Not really... See, this woman's shy and so many ambitious women. Crazy. We're just going to continue to look here. We do find another Grey Eminence. This is the homosexual Frankish woman that we found earlier. She might still have babies with our brother, who is an underhanded rogue. He does get an additional 5%. I don't know. We're not really finding a lot of good options here for marriage. I think we snatched up like the last good woman. Now, our brother is only 16, so we could consider getting him a betrothal as well. But we don't. The problem with betrothals is we don't know what kind of trait they're going to have until they're already, like, you know, out, basically. See, this woman's gluttonous and a charismatic negotiator, so, like, I think because they have the same trait that kind of offsets that a little bit. She is slothful. However, that doesn't really affect our brother in any way. She's gregarious, and this high diplomacy score is actually going to be good for him to actually produce heirs. So let's go ahead and I think this courtier in Genoa is going to be good. We are going to lose 100 prestige as a result of this. The second Bego, as it were. Alright, we could get gold or prestige from this. I want to say that the prestige is going to help us more. Since we are actually making more gold than prestige right now. So let's go ahead and get the prestige. Just because getting that prestige is going to make people hate us less the more of it that we actually get. Who is this guy? Who are you? You're... I don't... Who even is Sunifrido de Narbonne? He's just some guy, and he's our rival, apparently. Okay, go figure. We could attempt to recruit another court physician. Don't really see a point because we're not sick. I guess we could try it just to see if we get anyone good. Alright, this is another one of those sorcerer types. Yeah, heretical sorcerer, jailed, even in the same town. Let's, yeah, we're gonna pass on that. Our father died because of some random mystical treatment. Looks like there's a smallpox epidemic ravaging England and northern France. You know, how unfortunate for them. Hopefully it doesn't reach down here, but we'll see what happens. Our Chancellor, not the greatest guy in the world. We could actually put our brother in charge of the position, and he's actually got a 15% yearly chance to fabricate a claim, so I say we go ahead and do that. He's also going to like us more as a result of him, you know, putting him on the council. So... we do need to re-educate some people. See, this is a bastard of our nun sister who apparently has been sleeping around. He doesn't even have a father. Apparently she just slept with some random dude in the countryside. Not exactly befitting anyone. I don't think we're not going to do anything to this guy. He's not even of our dynasty, so basically he can go off himself as far as I'm concerned. We'll probably try to murder him once we come to power, or at least exile him from the court once enough people like us, because we don't need a person like that in our court. Alright, these two can marry. Let's go ahead and set up the marriage. Alright. Let's see, who else needs to be educated? Apparently I need to be educated. Alright, let's educate me. And we would prefer... I'd actually prefer if it were my mother, because she's still a Grey Eminence. And she's less likely to, you know, murder us in our sleep than our possessed sister, which is good. Alright, Sans still hates us, even though we married him. You know, he's a pretender. All these things. He's not landed, so it's not like he's really a threat. But he could try to murder us, you know, which is a problem. I think scheming in our province is a good idea, just in case there are enough people that would like to do that. Basically, we do have 3 courtiers who would be looking to murder us. Thankfully, our state intrigue is still quite good, thanks to our great spy master who has 22 in the score. He is getting old, though. He's currently 61. He'll die any day now. And our next spy master would only have about 14. So that's something we'll be on the lookout for sure. Money has been disappearing from the treasury. I suspect my regent, my mother, has been embezzling. Goodness. So I guess my opinion of her went down just a little bit, but that's okay. Right, we're going to make about 0.4 more ducats per month. Well, I say ducats, it's gold in this game. From our new castle town. This is good. We're making 3.32 every month, which is going to help us, you know, get more buildings. We're still waiting for this claim to fabricate, of course. Claims take forever to fabricate in CK2. It's just the way things go. And I'm not educating this guy. He can go off himself as far as I'm concerned. In fact, if anything, I'm going to find somebody to teach him something really terrible. Let's make him a priest. You're going to become a theologian, sir. You're going to be a churchman. We could think about building a castle town in Roseo, our newly, you know, our captured province that we got. We're currently 14. Time is passing pretty quickly. Not really missing too much. The smallpox epidemic is drawing to a close. It looks like our Duke has declared an independence war. Alright. I didn't sign up for this. I don't even know if we're, like, really strong enough. Like, if you look at our top liege's levy, he's got 4.34k troops. We have 3k. I don't think we got this. The kitchen is warm and filled with delicious smells and even more delicious food stuff. If I could, I would spend all my days here. I want to become a cook. Our mother finds us in the kitchen. Oh dear. Wonder what's going to happen as a result. Wish we could actually look at this battle, but yeah, our Duke is getting the crap kicked out of him. Hopefully we're not, like, you know, robbed of anything as a result of this. That would be pretty terrible. Now, unfortunately, because of our 1 martial score, our levy is pretty terrible overall. But, I think that's going to draw this episode to a close. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope the anime faces aren't bothering you too much. And, until next time, I will have to see you there, my fellow Begonids, as we continue to expand our dynasty and our influence. I'll see you there.